Okay, so start of sewing. There are two different kinds of machines represented here. One has a top load bobber, the other one has the internal bobbin. We're going to walk you through how to start sewing with both machines first. Then we will back up. Once we get the machines ready, then we will start on how to get started sewing and where to really start. So I have a Brother XR1355. It's computerized, kind of mid-range. It's not amazing, but it's not terrible either. And then the other one is the special edition Hello Kitty Genome. That's actually Dania's sewing machine. But we will start with the Brother first. And we will go from there. So, this is top loading bobbin. You can see that you can see the bobbin in there, and it's currently empty, which is one of the first things you have to do when you start sewing. So we're gonna follow the directions. There's usually little arrows. Like, sewing machine companies made them for dummies. And we're gonna completely unthread the machine. Now usually you'd put your thread up here on this, and there's a little thing to stick in, but because I sew so much, I prefer the giant serger thread spools. So mine just sits on the table. You're going to put your bobbin up here on the bobbin winder. Then, again, like I said, sewing machine companies kind of made this for dummies. So up on the top of your machine, there's a diagram. So you're going to follow the diagram on your machine. On mine, we go under this, around this, come up and around this circle thing, and then we come over here to our bobbin. You make sure your thread goes in the bobbin. I'm going to wrap it around a couple times. And then mine even has this nifty little cut feature, so I'm just going to hold on to that right there. Then you press down on your, turn on the sewing machine first. We're going to click over the bobbin so that it's bobbin winder, so it's in place. Push down on the foot pedal, and it will start to wind the bobbin. Cut your thread. Make sure that this gets pulled all the way over. Don't just pull it up, because if you do that, if you get it pulled up without switching it all the way over, you'll have problems later on, and you won't like it very much. Now you take your bobbin so that the thread is wound off, kind of the correct way for toilet paper. You're going to set it down in, and again, there's a diagram. Oh, you can't see it. There's a diagram underneath that, up over the top of this, down, and again, this one has the snippy feature. So you snip it, and you put your lid back in place. To rethread the rest of your machine, again, follow the diagrams on the top of the machine. You go down here, there's number 2, follow the 2, go around for 3. Make sure that you use the wheel on the side So you get this little silver piece in there up to its highest point. Go around that. Come down. And then through your needle, which is the longest part. Your needle, through your presser foot, and out the back side. Brother is threaded. Hello Kitty. You'll notice that I have the Hello Kitty on the thread holder. This piece of the front of your sewing machine, your smaller machine, so we will tip you different, pops off. Inside here, especially if you bought the machine new, there's a bag of all kinds of fun things in here. Most of them you won't need for this, but they're in there. And keep them there, then you always know where they're at. Now, there's a little magic hidden door, again, with diagrams. This is your lock. Pull it out. This one has a full bobbin still. But if you are going to wind the bobbin on this one, again, you would follow the directions on your bobbin winding. Oh, that one wasn't snipped all the way. Follow the directions on the top, push it over for winding a bobbin. Pull it back across for not winding the bobbin, and take it out. So once your bobbin is wound, you're going to grab this nifty little case and place it so this piece is up. You're going to put your thread in the opposite direction. So on this one, it's the opposite of how toilet paper should roll off a roll. Yes, I know that's highly contested, but I'm telling you. Then you're going to thread your thread up through this little break to that point. And then place your thread opposite the little thing. So up through this little break and around to there. Now, take this whole thing, place it right inside here. Now make sure that you lift the door, lift this little handle, and lock it into place. You'll hear a little click, and then place that back down. Now again, for your top thread, this machine is the same way. Has threading for dummies, but we'll unthread and show you again on this machine. Go through that piece, down, come back up, and you're basically going around this little piece inside. So if it's not on this one, it pops all the way out. So through that, back down, and unlike the top bobbin loaders, once you put your bobbin in, you are ready to start sewing. There's no need to do for this step, but on these front load bobbins, you have one more step, and that is you use the wheel on the side of the machine. You're going to spin so that your thread spin toward you, always toward you, so that your needle goes down into the casing. Then you're going to pull up on your top thread. You take a pair of scissors, and that pulls that bobbin thread out. Now you can close your door, put that through there. Always make sure when you're sewing you have a tail of thread out the back side. Then you can put on your table cover again, and you're ready to sew.